Welcome back.
Up next, KNBU TV reporter Justin Hauser took a look at the new furniture that SIGEP received.
With renovations currently going on in Denius, old furniture that was once used by students who lived in the building are no longer being used and are looking for new homes. Director of Alumni and Corporate Relations Doug Barth heard about the furniture and contacted Gary Walbridge. He presented the idea of donating unused furniture to Baker's Greek community. With Gary's approval, Doug then discussed the idea with President Pat Long.
Great idea. It was a nice way to bridge a little bit of a rocky gap that the universities had with some of the fraternities and the alumni and so forth, and trying to kind of smooth that over a little bit. But it was really a way to give back.
After Pat Long approved the idea, Doug then sent out notifications about the furniture.
So I contacted a representative from each house, letting them know, hey, contact your alumni boards, really kind of push this so the actives will go over and see what they have to offer.
Being a Baker Sigma Phi Epsilon alum, Doug has experienced what living in a fraternity house is like and how the furniture is not always the greatest.
I know that some of the furniture has been there for a long time, and it just gets replaced as people kind of bring new stuff in, and it's mixing and matching. There's nothing that looks like it coordinates with anything else. Springs are bad or sticking out. So the items that we got, I know for example with the couches, they're not exactly real comfortable. They're wood sides, wood back, and not really comfortable, but better than what they had.
Donations were taken in exchange for the furniture. The SIGEP alum board was able to help the current members of the house out.
I'm not really sure how much the alumni paid, but or who it came from, but we have a lot of new alumni that are getting involved in helping fix some things up around the house.
The furniture has helped improve the appearance of the house, and Doug thinks that this could possibly help in several other ways.
Makes the house look better. The hope is that the campus will, fraternities and sororities will be able to use these to make their appearance look a little bit better, because the shape of most of the fraternity houses is pretty bad on campus, and the sororities not so much. They're actually in pretty good shape, but the fraternities can use all the help they can get. And so to have some new desks in there that they can use when freshmen come through Rush and they can see that hey, this could be my room, and my room's got a nice dresser in it, a nice desk in it, it's a nice positive spin to put on it. So, and it's a way for Baker to really kind of give back to their own students.
Thankfully, some of the furniture from Denius has now found a home. This has been Justin Hauser, KNBU TV.
Hello, and welcome to the sports segment of Orangeline. I'm Chris Smith, here to catch you up on last week's sports action. We'll start off with the basketball teams in playoff action. Men on the road in Olathe against a crosstown foe, Mid-America Nazarene Pioneers. They lost that game 66-63 in the first round of the HAC tournament, but had some players play extremely well. The game was tight the entire way. Baker and Mid-America trading punches throughout the entire game. Justin Hauser, our very own KNBU staffer, had 18 points. Heath Baird kicked in 12, while Malcolm Greer, the third-team all-conference member, had 11. Also, Brock Entner, recently named honorable mention point guard for his efforts in the 2008 season for Coach Weaver. This does mean their season is over, but certainly some entertaining basketball we got to see throughout this year. On the women's side, an equally heartbreaking defeat at Avila, another crosstown foe. Came in, Aubrey Gustin had a heck of a game. She's a second-team all-conference member. Had 13 points. Most important statistic, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, including 2 crucial ones with under 10 seconds to go to tie the game. And then, as you may or may not have heard, Ashley Townsend, the HAC Player of the Year for Avila, hits the game-winning three-pointer with 2 seconds on the clock to push that score to 65-62. Utter heartbreak in Kansas City last week. But Gloria Atanmo also had a big-time game coming off the bench for the Wildcats, played almost 18 minutes, scored 10 points, and then Hannah Eagleman had herself a shooting night. 2 of 3 from field goals, 1 of 2 from three-point, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line, totaling 8 points, something that we haven't seen out of her. But the bench played extremely well throughout the entire game. Jenna Brantley scored on both of her first 2 touches, 2 jump shots from inside the lane. Baker played extremely hard, showed a lot of heart. I know Coach Decker is proud of those women for their efforts. Congratulations to both of the basketball teams for making it to the playoffs and providing us some good basketball to watch. Moving to the Diamond, the baseball team split 2-2 with Evangel in Springfield last week. Chad Griffin brought the big bat for the Wildcats, batting .474 with 5 home runs in the past week alone. That team marinating right around 500. They split with Evangel during the season. On the women's side, the softball team lost to Grandview, a very elite NAIA team. Just couldn't find their bats. Amanda Phelps, however, pitched excellently again for the Wildcats. Pitched a complete game, 1 earned run in the first one. They lost that game 1-0. Couldn't get any run support. In the second game, Aaron Ford started for the Wildcats, gave up a few runs early, and then Amanda Phelps came in the 4th inning and pitched the rest of the way. Got another shutout. She allowed 1 earned run for the entire series, which was very impressive. But again, the softball team loses 1-0 and 5-1. Their game and the baseball game got postponed this week. We will have that action for you after spring break on Thursday. But a lot of road games this week for the Baker Wildcats. We'll have more footage and everything for you next week after spring break. Make sure you come back and see us.
Thanks for the sports, guys.
Join us here after spring break for a new episode of Orangeline. I'm Alex Scove.
And I'm Tiffany Brown.